Hey, 1 2 1 2. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Hello Zero, Banet Browser. How is everybody doing today? Hello Prashant. So guys, today we're gonna do something special, okay? I'm gonna explain you exactly what we're gonna do and what is the reason why we are doing that today. Hello John G, hello Carty. So here is the story. I think it was almost 1 year ago, a little bit less than a year ago, I made a full challenge on Mint for 30 days, and the challenge went very well. It was not really like the type of distro I was expecting because of my, current job here, like gig on YouTube. I needed a distro which was like really like easy to modify, and I could do like a crazy amount of stuff with it. And Mint is not really good for that. Mint is really good for the beginner. And that's the reason why, I made a series of videos. I think there is 7 or 8 videos on my channel. It's a full playlist where I explain why you should choose Mint if you are switching from Windows or Mac OS to Linux. Because I do believe, and I still believe, that Linux Mint is the best distro for switching from any other operating system to Linux. So that's the first point. So I want you to, made a full install and optimization of the distro live with you guys. Like that, if you have any question, we can go through it. And like that, this video is gonna stay there as kind of an update to all the tutorial I made before. So what we're gonna be using in this particular stream is going to be Linux Mint. I think it's 21.3 Cinnamon Edge. Okay, so I don't know if you saw my latest video about comparing the different desktop environment. Cinnamon was performing really, really good, and especially with the lows, the FPS lows in gaming. So I don't think we need to change anything there. And I think we're gonna have a really solid distribution to do the job. That's the idea. Hello Roman. Hello Bedtime Bear. Good morning. Even if you are not a beginner, something manages to hold you with Mint. I cannot get rid of it for the past years. Hey, good for you, buddy. Hello, Roman. Phantoms War, what's up? I'm doing well, thanks for asking. What about you? So that's the whole goal of this stream. So I don't know how long it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be that long, to be fair. But we're gonna go through it. We're gonna have fun. So the idea is I'm gonna show you how to install it. I'm gonna show you how to optimize it. Then I'm gonna show you how to install, I believe, the most important software to game. I don't think I'm going to be covering content creation because I don't think we need that, but it's we can still do it. We'll see. And what I think we're going to do too, I'm going to rice it a little bit. So it's going to be a little rice, nothing crazy, but something I kind of like that. You're going to have an idea of what, the way I use my computer, and you might have, some good learning out of it. So yeah, that's going to be the plan for today. Also, I want to mention something really important. I'm part of a Discord called Gaming Linux France, and they have been doing an awesome job finding the perfect distro for beginner, okay, for people who want to switch. And it's funny because we were talking about it last week on this channel, on the stream, when someone was asking me like, what do you think about Ubuntu being the best, distribution for gamer from the gaming Linux France like standpoint? And I was telling these viewers that I believe Mint is a better option, but I don't have the same criteria. And guess what? This week they finally locked in on the distribution they want to use, and they're going to use Linux Mint. So maybe also this tutorial might, give them some hints, or also like cover the English part of all the tutorials they're going to do. So I think it's going to be a win-win situation there for this stream too. So it's pretty funny to see that everybody thinks that Linux Mint is definitely the best distro for beginner. I got an idea or tip to how to fix the wrong name in Intel Arc showing up in NeoFetch while on Mint. Instead of Intel Arc A7070 and give it, I'm seeing stuff like Intel device X51. I have no idea, dude. Maybe some packages, something going off there. But what I can tell you is like I'm using my Intel Arc A380 on my CachyOS distro there for streaming, and I have no issue at all. Like the name is correctly showing up there. Will you try to benchmark some games to compare with preview CachyOS test? Yes, we can do that, Romain. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna have exactly the same result for gaming as CachyOS. Yo, Ablash. Yeah, Vinces uploaded the video, really good graphic to know the distro, Linux Mint Edge was the best. Yeah, that's what I believe since the get-go, but we don't use the same criteria. I think they have a really well-polished approach, where me, I'm more like going with my gut and my experience, and I'm like, for me, it couldn't be Ubuntu because of Snap. That's why I was like, no, Ubuntu, Kubuntu, whatever, like it just wouldn't work. And that's funny, like at the end, we just arrive on the same consensus. Pretty fun. Okay, guys, enough talk. Let's get into the installer. So as always, we're gonna start with my Vantoy key. And I did download the latest version of Linux Mint with the Edge kernel. Okay, so if you go on the website, it's gonna be pretty easy. I'm gonna show it to you after. But it shouldn't be a problem. It should be the Linux Mint 21.3 Cinnamon Edge. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this one. Start with Mint. I think if it doesn't work, we're gonna have to go with compatibility mode. I do believe this is a no mod set there, but we're gonna go with the first one. I think it should be fine. Even with NVIDIA. Every time you say Ubuntu, it sounds like Ubuntu. So funny, it makes me laugh. Okay, man. At least I give you a good laugh, huh? Hello, Gordon. Hi, Airmax. Any tip to not F up the Windows Boot Manager when installing any Linux distribution? So, Gordon, I'm going to try to do that, actually. We're going to try to do it together. Good point. So what happened is like if you install any Ubuntu-based distribution, it's gonna destroy the bootloader of the other distro you have over hard drive. So this can happen. Otherwise, if you install any other like distro rather than Arch, it shouldn't. Rather than Ubuntu, it shouldn't be a problem. So I noticed that too. But we're going to try to figure this out when we're installing it, okay? Because I have CachyOS installed on the other SSD, and we'll see how it goes. So give me 1 second. I'm going to try to do something here, just to see if all my settings are okay on my own. Give me 1 second, please. All right, so here we are good. So I'm going to go back there. And I'm going to show you first how to download the distro, just in case. So if you want to download the distro, you type Linux Mint on Google, you go on download here, and you will see that the Edge version doesn't pop up right away. Oh yeah, it does pop up at the end. So you need to download this one. Okay? So what it is really, it's the same distro, but with a kernel, which is a little bit more recent. You see right off the bat. That's the idea. That's all. So you download it here, and no problem. So if you want to see how to create a Vantoy bootkey too, there is a lot of tutorial. I made one too if you want to look at it, but it's really like finger in the nose. I really advise you to create a Vantoy bootkey. Those are the best. There is some distribution which are not supported by Vantoy, or the opposite, sorry. There is some distribution. There is some distribution that Vantoy does not support. My bad. But it shouldn't be a problem, guys. So let's install Linux Mint together. Okay, so you click on install. We're gonna go with English. Keyboard. So this time, guys, I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit longer. I think this distro. So we're gonna go with US International key. So let me show you here. Yeah, it is working. Perfect. Yeah, it was another SSD, but when I wanted to go back to Windows, I could not find Windows Boot Manager in my boot options. So this is a known issue with Linux Mint, and I repeat, like Ubuntu-based distro, it will destroy the EFI bootloader partition or rewrite on it, and that's an issue. Okay, that's an issue, and this I'm going to show you. I think I'm going to try to show you right away there how to avoid it. Okay. So here we're going to click install multimedia codec. Okay, let's go. The installer has detected the following disk have a mounted partition. Do you want the installer to try to unmount? So what are those one? That's a weird message. SDB, SDC. Oh, he mounted it. No. So he mounted the other disk. You shouldn't have this issue normally, so no worries about this one. It's because I have multiple like hard drive connected there. And yeah. So install Linux Mint along Windows Boot Manager. So you don't want to do that. Erase disk and install Linux Mint, or do something else. So if you have only one disk, I would go with erase disk and install Linux Mint. But in this case, because I have a Windows Boot Manager on one of my disks, because I have 4 disks connected right now, I'm gonna go on something else here. Okay. So normally you should see like all my partition. Can I make this bigger? No, I can't. Okay, so that's gonna be fun. So this is my Cache OS distro here. So we won't be touching it. Okay, and we're gonna go on my SSD just for Linux Mint. So you see here, this is really important. You can choose here the device for the bootloader. So let me explain, because I think I was not clear there. So I'm going to show you again. If I can. Okay, so you arrive here. you go directly on something else. Okay, if you have over like drive in your computer, you go on something else here. You click on continue. And then you can choose which device for the bootloader installation you're going to put the bootloader. And it's really important here, okay? Because here you're going to have all the different devices on your PC. So I have a lot, sorry about that. But what is really important is like you decide where you want to put your bootloader. And I want to put it on this device. So I'm going to put it here. And then I should have, okay, it's here, watch. The UEFI here and a partition in XFS there, okay? So what I'm going to do is can I do that? Yeah, EFE system. So I can't format the partition, that's weird. So this is too small, like 300 megabytes is way too small. So I'm going to show you how to do, okay, chat? I'm just double checking everything. Okay, so we're going to remove that. Just want to make sure I'm on the good one. Yes, so we remove it. Okay, I remove this one too. All right, so now I have my disk overall there. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to create a UEFI boot partition, okay? So type of partition, primary, beginning of the space, end of the space, no. And I want EFI system partition here. Type of new partition, primary or logical? Beginning of the space, yeah, I think it should be good. Okay, I barely use this tool normally. Okay, this should be fine. And here we're gonna do plus. We're gonna put the rest there, and we're gonna set up it's not a journaling file system. Dude, I'm so confused. That's odd, no? Oh, I didn't set it up well, dude. I made a mistake, so I'm gonna have to redo it. That's interesting because here I had to mount it better, you see, and I should have put. So wait, I'm gonna revert this one. Here I made a mistake because you need to set up the mount point, and I didn't do it properly here. So we're gonna remove it. Okay, I'm gonna re-add it. I made a mistake. So change. No, it doesn't work. So I'm gonna remove all of it. Sorry, guys. Kind of sucks what I've done. Here we go. Okay, so I removed it. And here I need to do a EFI, and I need to set up. Oh, you don't have to set it up. Okay, because normally I would have put it in /boot, but somehow. Huh, okay. EFE on Mint is just the boot EFE, not the kernel. Yeah, well, we'll go with 2 GB. I didn't know that. So we should be fine, guys. So now we have the EFI there. We have the X4. We should be fine. In chat, Davius is telling me that you don't need that much of space because the kernel won't be in it, which is a good point. But we put that amount. We're going to stay like that. And we're going to set up the install there. So I'm going to do install now. And I think we should be fine. So we're going to install on this baby here, on the ext4. Boo! I'm struggling today. Sorry about that. So install. The partition table of the following device are changed. Up, ESP, ext4. Okay, continue. Hello, old one coder. Okay, so we're in Toronto here. Hello, Cupedix, how are you doing today? Getting a lot of traction and viewership on this Linux stream? Hey, thank you, buddy. It's pretty fun, huh? What if boot/grub dir is on the ESP partition? I will make a 1 gigabyte ESP partition, then if I want a Kenji on grub. Yeah, like I took 2 gigabytes there. You don't need, apparently you don't need to do that. But I would say like, normally your boot partition, you want it to be around 1 gigabyte and 2 gigabytes. So I don't exactly remember how Linux Mint does things, but we're gonna check it out after, okay? So, continue, Toronto, up. Now I'm gonna type my username, so airmax. And then it's gonna be mint, by the way, like that. Password, ready hat password there. Okay, don't log in automatically and encrypt my own folder. No thanks. Okay, continue. How are you, Davius? Hello, Regiman, what's up, buddy? Hello, Smile. Okay, so I just hope he's copying the file where I wanted to copy it, because I think he was not super clear on how he wanted to install stuff. So we'll have the surprise. I have a backup of my cache OS anyways, like it wouldn't be a problem, but I just realized I say happy Friday when it's only Wednesday. I'm ready for the weekend. Yeah, me too, buddy. I didn't even notice that, man. I was like, happy Friday? Yeah, happy Friday. Oh, what? It's just Wednesday? Like on the meme, you know? Have you seen this meme? Where the guy is like, oh, this week has been long and I'm ready for it to be off. And the other dude is like, yeah, well, it's just Monday. Like, you know, like, hello, Regiman, can you tell me what you are trying to do here? We are installing Linux Mint without breaking the actual bootloader. Because Ubuntu is a specialist to rewrite the bootloader of your Windows installation or any type of installation you have on. So that's the part we are at. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna install Linux Mint and we're gonna optimize it for gaming, and I'm gonna rise it too. So that's gonna be the whole purpose of the stream today. Friday is PoE 3.24 day. Old One Coder, you are a big player of Path of Exile? So here you see what I don't really enjoy is the fact that it did not make kind of a recap of what needs to be installed or not installed or anything. And this I'm not a fan of. I would love to have a screen where I just say, hey, you're gonna install like this, do you want to do it? And you press yes. Because there I could have made a mistake and we could have installed like the system on a hard drive you didn't want to install. Make sure to use game mode. Yeah, we're gonna try to use that, but you will see, like, I'm gonna install like the basic for you to have a really good like gaming experience. Game mode is part of it, but it's not really a requirement. It does add up in certain games for sure, but you don't require it. Like what I'm trying to say is like there is certain game you need it, but there is some you don't. So, yeah. Okay, so it did install Grub on the right one. I just saw it there. Hello Benjamin, how are you doing? Salut, salut. Is it better than Debian KDE Plasma? Another question. Are you installing it on a hard drive? Yes. So, Prazen, all my system, what I'm doing right now is like I'm capturing my screen through a capture card. Everything I install is on hard. Okay, so I'm using a NVMe SSD 1 terabyte there to install it. Okay. And is it better than Debian KDE Plasma? There is nothing better. It's really like right now it's for beginner. If it's for a beginner standpoint, I wouldn't advise any beginner to install Debian because Debian is a mother distro. It's a great distro, but you need knowledge to make it work. Here it's like straight to the point. Like you don't need to know anything to run Mint. Like to give you an example, I installed Linux Mint to my father-in-law like computer, and he's so happy about it, and he never touched Linux before, and he doesn't care. Like for him, it's just working. Okay, so we're gonna restart. Now we're gonna have the surprise, dude. I'm using game mode only for automatically turning off compositor after starting existing game. I didn't even know it does that, dude. By the way, Mint is better than Zorin. Yeah, I don't know why people love Zorin. Like, I don't get it. I never tried it, but I don't see the appeal towards it. I do believe Mint, and I repeat myself, is the best distro for beginner. Like, there is not even a discussion about it. Man, what's happening? Don't try it, this is bad. I don't know, man. Okay, so we are bugged here for whatever reason. The restart didn't work as expecting. So I'm gonna flush it. Yeah. Okay. It worked. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to boot on my Cache OS and see if I Yeah, he did remove. So he did remove my cache OS installed. It. Can you see? It's not there anymore. So this is a problem. You see? He removed it. Even if I do it manually, right? So I'm thinking maybe I did something wrong. But I don't think I did it. I don't think I did. And this is an issue that all the users always encounter. And so if you have only one hard drive, it won't be a problem. But if you have any other type of installation, it's going to be a problem, right? Yeah, it totally destroyed everything. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm just hoping. I don't think it did destroy my other like installation. I hope not. We'll see. Linux Mint update grub may remove over disk that you have installed OS. Yeah, I can tell, man. That sucks. So we're gonna log in. And give me 1 second, please. I'm gonna check real quick. Because now I'm worried. Yeah, so what he did, he literally removed. It's interesting. He literally removed my whole partition from my. Oh, that's insane, no? Rewatching the part where you partition, he warned you about partitioning the table. Maybe I made a mistake. So wait. We're gonna watch the stream together just to see what he did exactly. Because I'm kind of worried. I'm trying to think if this is my mistake. Or if this is something that it does automatically, okay? That's kind of crazy, dude. That's kind of insane to me. So let's rewatch it together. I'm trying to see like if I made a mistake. Hope you got a cache OS backup. Oh, it's nothing, man. I can just create a new partition and set it up. Like it's nothing for me. But it's still like a problem. Like if you are a beginner, right? That's what I'm trying to think here. So we went with something else. And I want to see if I deleted somehow. No, I did not touch it. So I choose 1 terabyte here, no problem. And then, yeah, I only touch those one. Watch. Yeah, I never touched the other one. So what, did I do something wrong? I never touch the partition. Oh, I did, no? Oh, no, I did not. Okay, okay, let me check. Man, I think I did. Darn, it's my fault, bro. I got confused. Watch. Oh, I did the deletion on my own, so it's my fault. Okay, it's my fault, guys. Because I got confused with the 0 and the 1 here. Okay? I made the mistake. I made the mistake, guys. I removed it. You see, that's why I wanted to check there. I removed it. So here my issue is that the menu is way too small there, and you can get like confused really fast. Right? Yeah, I just remove the UEFI part. It's nothing, right? I'm gonna do it offline. It is not an issue at all for me, okay? Like, don't get me wrong, it's nothing. But I think here it's too small. You can't see anything, dude. You know what I mean? Like why do we have like 4 lines there? Like, we should be able to extend this window, and you see, you can't. That's a big mistake, in my opinion. Big mistake from their end. So I did it. It's nothing related to Mint. It's my mistake, okay? So as you can see here, my main partition is still there. Okay, I just don't have the I just don't have the EFI anymore. So I'm gonna have to rebuild it. But it should be fine. Okay, it should be fine. Hopefully. Hopefully it should be fine. So anyways, we are here. I'm gonna remove my Ventoy key because we don't need it anymore. And I'm gonna start to do the optimization and do everything, alright? And I'm sorry about that, but it's a good lesson learned for everyone. I think it's a great lesson, guys. It's like, don't make the mistakes that I did there. Really stupid mistake. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna update everything. So I'm gonna do, normally I will use the terminal, okay, because I love the terminal. That's what I like, but we're gonna do it first there. So the first thing you need to go, we can go through this little menu if you want. First step, desktop color. Okay, so we're gonna do the desktop color together. So you just follow the thing here. We're gonna go dark. And yeah, we're gonna stay like that. I'm gonna show you how to rise it a little bit after, but I like it dark. We're gonna do that. System snapshot. I'm not doing this. If you want to do it, you type your password there, authenticate, and then you can create snapshot, okay, with AirSync. So if you want, we're gonna do it just for science. Hello, War Thunder. Still, it could be worse. That's right. Yeah, it's nothing. No, don't be worried. It was on my own fault there. So here we're gonna do we're gonna do this here. We're gonna select the snapshot location. So this is my hard drive. You go next. Then you set up the type of snapshot you want. This could be a full tutorial, but let's say I want to do a monthly and I want to keep 2. You click next. Okay. And yes. Well, I don't do that normally because I'm not a fan of this. But boom. Okay, you got your snapshot here. Everybody's happy. I'm going to do one after just to show you. Or actually, no, let's do one now. I'm going to do a quick snapshot. This stream requires a beer, and I'm going to grab one real fast. Enjoy, buddy. Cheers. You can try to install game mode and use start end parameter in config, where you can set a command for compositor to launch. Oh, got it. Okay. Nice point, Roman. I am Edge is what myself and my wife used to game on. It does well enough for us. Oh yeah, Linux means Edge is really good, dude. Nala is cool, but you can tweak apt Linux mint. You can change mirror like you used to. Hey, hello Nicola, how are you doing, buddy? What's up? What's up? Okay, so it's done. Okay, we did a backup there, and we're gonna see like initial install, for example. Initial install, and voila, up one backup. So then you have the driver manager. So this one is really cool because if you have an NVIDIA card, you should be able to switch driver on the fly here, if I remember correctly. So right now, apparently I'm using the Nouveau. But I don't want to use Nouveau. We're going to be using... Okay, let's go with the 535. Okay, and it's going to install the 535. I found the driver manager super nice. Yes, it is. It is good. But we're gonna go past that when we optimize the distro, okay, guys? Don't you have some useful video on the channel for making backup? I do. Not. I do not because I do not. Okay, wait, I need to explain what I'm doing here. So here, I'm updating the location of my packages, okay? So I'm gonna say yes there. And do I want to go in UK? No. So let me check. What's going to be the faster for me? Pretty sure it's going to be in the US, but... So the reason why I'm not doing a proper video on backup is I think like a lot of content creators already have covered that very well. And the way I'm actually like doing my backup is not for like everybody like type of usage. So I feel like it has been covered many times. And if I want to share with you guys how I do my backup, I think it will not be good for you. Hello, I want to switch to Linux. How to install AMD driver? You don't need to install any driver for AMD, Davius. Do you have any ID with Plasma 6 outperform Hyperland in your recent gaming benchmark? Yes, Libre, it did outperform Hyperland because Hyperland run on Wayland, and Wayland has some type of like is not ready for NVIDIA right now. So if you use any desktop environment with NVIDIA and Wayland, you're gonna have less performance than X11 in general. All right, so now we are good. I don't know why it started the update manager, but we're gonna do yes. Okay, these are already done. Okay, so this is done. I guess I'm gonna install there. Okay, this is a little bit confusing because it just make all this pop up. But this is the next step. Normally, after installing the driver, you need to make a big update of the system. So we're going to do that right now. But wasn't Hyperland being compared to Plasma 6 with Wayland? Yes, it did. Ah, okay, I know what you mean. So I have no idea why Hyperland will not perform as good as KGE. I don't have all the results in my head right now. But the idea itself, you have two big things with Hyperland. Hyperland, they used a backend which is different from the backend from KDE, okay? KDE use KWin, and Hyperland, I think, use a modified version of WL root, right? Which is a backend for Wayland. It might be the reason why, right? You have such a discrepancy in terms of like performance. But the performance itself, like the graph kind of show like there is a huge like type of like difference. But I don't think it was really. Like it was, there is a difference, but I don't know if most of the user will actually like feel it. Have a good day, have to go, big hug to Air Max. Have a good one, dude. For me, KDE, I have a MX350 and it performs better on Wayland than X11, even though MX1300 is NVIDIA. I'm confused about that, dude. I switched back to Hyperland a couple of days ago and it was great so far. So yeah, that's my point. It's like those graphs I made. So just to be clear, like I made this video for comparing all the different desktop environment and Windows Manager, okay? I did that, but all of them are perfectly like usable on a daily basis, right? It's not like one was just you couldn't use it or anything. It was not the point of the video. It's just to see that some are better than the other, but that's all. You know what I mean? Okay, so here we need to restart. So I'm going to restart the machine because I finished the update and I finished the installation of the driver, okay? We're going to come back and we'll see what happened. Hyperland is still better for me since you can disable vsync. No, you can't. Vsync is forced. And even if there is an option to disable it, it's still there. Because vsync is, I think they didn't like fix it on the NVIDIA driver side. So I don't think you actually can do it. If you have an NVIDIA card, okay? If you have an AMD card, you just can't. You just need to set up a few environable var. No, I don't think so. Because I couldn't make tiering works. And tiering is not possible with the NVIDIA driver right now. So you have the option. I'm not saying the opposite, but it won't work with NVIDIA. Has anyone gotten Elden Ring to work with VRR? It seemed to on Debian KDE. That's all I know of. I have no idea what you are talking about, Maro. 555 series will be so perfect if they implement tiering. I don't think they're going to be implementing it this release. I think the first release for the NVIDIA driver is going to be the explicit sync. Then it's going to be tiering, and then it's going to be DLSS frame gen. It literally works for you? I don't know, man. I tested it When was it? Like cheering is not in the driver for Wayland. So maybe it works for you in your head, but I don't want to be, like sounding mean or anything. But by definition, the driver of NVIDIA does not allow cheering on Wayland. Okay, so hello, Dominic. So maybe you have an option somewhere, but if the driver doesn't allow it, it wouldn't work. It's not possible. Don't know if it makes sense to you, but okay. So we are at first step, update manager. So we did the driver manager. We're gonna redo the update manager just for science, and it seems like our system is up to date, so it's good. And now we're gonna go to system settings. And we're gonna go through it. So this is the setting. So it looks like a little bit like on Windows. I think this is why Linux Mix is so good. But we're gonna go through it. So you can change the background here. I think our background is not bad. No, it's not bad at all. You can change some effects. So we're gonna do that after. What I'm gonna do first here is like I'm gonna change what is really important for me. And I don't think we're gonna go through everything. So the first thing I wanna do is make sure my display is correctly set up. So here I'm gonna go to 144 Hertz. Okay. So always check that to make sure you are at the highest refresh rate because it's really important. And you keep new configuration. So here, okay, this is good. And here, disable. So this, we don't touch anything there. Go back there. That's the first point, okay? Second point I want to do is check if I have mouse acceleration on. And to do that, I think there is an option. So no, it's not this one, my bad. We're gonna find it together. This one. Left-handed mouse, yes, yes, yes. Acceleration. So here you need to put constant. Voila. So this for gaming is the key. You go on constant here. Okay, so we are good. So we have done that. We have the display, we have the mouse acceleration, which is great. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check the NVIDIA driver. So do we have it there? NVIDIA settings, okay? We're gonna go there and we're gonna check that we have the driver installed. So they are installed, okay? Which is awesome. So here we're gonna go together real quick. And I'm gonna show you what to do, okay? So display configuration here, you shouldn't have to touch anything. Ready, like don't touch the composition pipeline and the composition, like those two you don't touch them. You go there and you should have the OpenGL settings. What I would advise to do is to remove the sync to vBlank here. Okay. And if you have a G-Sync compatible like screen, right now it doesn't work through my capture card. You can activate it here. So you're gonna have two options there. You activate GL, like a GLC, like a G-Sync here. And honestly, that's all you need to do. The rest, you really don't need to touch. There is this preferred mode, like you can change, but I wouldn't touch it too because here is gonna kind of like put the frequency of your graphic card lower when you don't actually use it to the max. And I know some people, they like to put like prefer maximum performance, but the problem is like by doing that, your card is gonna be at the max all the time, and there is no point of doing that. So you just stay on auto here, okay? And it's gonna go with adaptive. Here you don't touch anything. Everything should be fine here. Okay, so the NVIDIA driver is set up, you have nothing to do. Oh boy, I missed a lot of stuff. So Hello Sunrise Spring World. Do you know of anyone who has benchmarked different/Windows Manager on AMD GPU? No, I don't. But I'm pretty sure you should find someone who did that. Those sound like Sony might come out with PC driver for their PSVR headset this year. Okay. Hello Mabek, are you gonna install Linux TKG or keep it simple? Now we're gonna install Linux TKG. It says on the Hyperland wiki that if the graphic doesn't support tearing, the application window will freeze. It doesn't freeze, then I assume it works. Okay, guys. I'm just saying that it's not supposed to work. If it works for you, good, right? But it's not supposed to work right now. Is gaming much work on Linux Mint because of Ubuntu Cinnamon compared to something else like Arch, Fedora, or KDE Plasma? Not at all. You're gonna have exactly the same performance on a Linux Mint optimized than on every other distro optimized. Okay, just to make it clear. I really like how smooth Linux Mint is. Yes, it is. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Tearing in the Hyperland just worked perfectly for me on NVIDIA. Okay, vPertis, it's good for you. All right? You were able to fix something that the NVIDIA dev have been working for months. I don't even know like if it's years. Good for you, brother. We got it, okay? What I'm saying is like, tearing is not supported by the NVIDIA driver, whether it's on Hyperland or whatever. If it works for you, good for you, dude. Or like stop insisting on that. Like just move to another subject. Okay. On my system with AMD, at least it does something. The Windows freezing. I don't know what you are going, guys, but you need to stop with this big like problem with NVIDIA and Hyperland. This is not the subject of the video. We are talking about Linux Mint here. Please. Okay? Dang, if that's true, I'm jumping over to Linux Mint. Yeah, no problem. Does Linux Mint support VRR on AMD? Yeah, I don't see why it would not. Oh no, actually, VRR on AMD. Oh, that's a good question. Guys, that's a really good question. Let me check. Maybe I said a mistake there. Okay, so Cinnamon VRR support. Maybe it does not support VRR. Maybe I made a mistake. Let me check, guys. Okay, so it looked like Cinnamon support VRR. So this is a good question, dude. That's a really good question. I don't use VRR. Okay, I want to be clear with you guys. I don't use VRR because I have multiple screen. But I'm wondering if it does work. Okay, yeah, it does. You see, you have it here. So I just wanted to make sure I was not saying something stupid. But yeah, it does work. Okay, this is perfect, guys. My bad. So yeah, it should work. So you can have exactly the same performance than any other distro with Linux Mint. And I'm going to show you how. Hello, Novak. All right, so let's continue. So we have the driver setting done. So I'm going to continue here. Software manager. So this is interesting. So we went through the system settings here. Okay. Now one last thing we're going to do, but we're going to do it after. No, we're going to do it now. Let me show you. I think maybe here. Yeah. So if you go on general here in the settings, the last thing you want to touch, like which is really important for gaming, is to make sure you have this compositor option here, disable compositing for full screen windows. You activate that. Okay, this is the latest one you really need to focus on. So I repeat, for the settings, first thing you need to do is the display, check your refresh rate, okay, for gaming. Okay, so now when this is done, you go on general here, you disable the compositing, sorry, not compositing, for full screen windows. Okay. And then you go down here and you disable the mouse acceleration here. You put it to constant. That's all. That's the free thing really you need to do. If you have a G-Sync compute monitor, you go in NVIDIA settings there, and here it's going to pop up, I think here, in OpenGL setting, and you just activate G-Sync, and that's all. All right? Okay, I did click a little bit too much here, apparently, and you should be good, okay? Yeah, not compositing. I'm tired, guys, today. My bad. Hello, Dominic. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow today, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, so this is done. So now I'm going to show you the power of Mint, in my opinion. This is the software manager here. We're going to launch it. And you will see how cool it is. So can you comment on why you choose the 535 on NVIDIA driver? I would say go always with the latest version of the driver. What we're going to do, we're going to install the latest one after. I'm just going to, like here, I'm just trying to show you like the general approach, okay? And then we're going to push it on 550, okay? The latest one. I'm going to show you how to do that. But I believe this is the big, like good point for Linux Mint. This is the software manager here. So if I go there and I want to install GIMP, okay. I type GIMP and you see it here. GNU Image Manipulation Program. Okay, you click on it. And you have obviously like GIMP. And here you can choose the version. So you have the Flatpak version, which is 2.10. And you have the system package, which is 2.10. Like a little bit lower there, but I don't care. And then I'm going to install it. And you will see how cool it is. Up. Say yes, type your password. Hello Detox, what's up? So do you have the same performance as Windows? So it depends on the game. Like you can have games which are like better performing than Windows, and you have games which are going to be a little bit less performing than Windows. But I would say overall, like it will be kind of the same. Average, you should be on the same side, no worries. Hello Detox, have you disabled composition for full screen Windows? Yes, I do that all the time. So I have a question. What do you prefer for beginner, Linux Mint or Zorin? Linux Mint. Don't install Zorin OS. I know some experience lower FPS with 545 versus 445. So for the driver, don't get the 545. They are trash. You take 535 or you get 550. But the 545, they are trash. Don't bother with them. Okay, and now watch. We have GIMP installed. And it's looking good. You see how good it is? That's what I'm talking about. I think for beginners, this is the best. You have nothing to do. You type your stuff. Here, you type what you want. And you install. And this is just awesome. Okay, this is just really, really awesome. So I just show you this example there. And now we're going to get a little bit more technical. Okay, so if you are browsing, okay, YouTube Air Max, you will see like everything works, like everything is fast, everything is cool. Like there is no problem at all, okay? So we are there, no problem. You can use your computer, okay? So now I'm gonna show you how to optimize it for gaming, okay? Actually, no. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna install all the Steam pack, everything, and then I'm gonna play some games. And after that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna optimize it, okay? Let's do it this way. All right, so let's play with the terminal a little bit, because that's what I do. Alors, sudo apt update apt sudo apt desktop upgrade. Make sure everything is up to date there. We should be fine. We are good. So sudo apt install. Let's say I install fast fetch. I don't know if it's there. I don't think it will, but okay, we don't have it. So first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you some things that one of my buddy called Davius show me, and it's actually pretty good. I think it's called Packstal. Packstal. Yes. So Packstal, the definition of Packstal is the OR for Ubuntu. Okay, so let me show you. We're gonna install this. So you copy this line here. Do you want to install Axel? Yes. You will see this thing is actually awesome. So we go with Packstal. And the idea is like I'm going to use that as an AUR for installing everything. So Packstal, I think it's -E for install. And then I'm going to put fast fetch. Oh, it's capital E, my bad. Fast fetch. There is no fast fetch. Are you kidding me, dude? The heck? So let me do it this way. Fast fetch. Maybe it's gonna research. Search. Okay, -S. Oh, it's fast fetch -git. Okay. So we're gonna install the -git. So I don't know, just for you to see like how I do that. So for the, if you search something, you do -S capital fast fetch, and then it's gonna find it. So then you do install fast fetch git, and then it's gonna install it. Use neo fetch instead of fast fetch? No, I don't. Do you want to edit? No, I don't need to. And we're gonna install that real quick. My dad just asked, can we install Facebook from the store? I don't know, bro. I don't know, dude. Good question. Always change the search engine to .go. Yeah, you can change whatever you want to whatever you want, okay? Hello, Turntable TV, how are you doing? Man, I wish that was a thing when I was on Mint. I moved to Endeavor to use the AUR. Yeah, so it's not as big as the AUR, okay? So warning, libwayland cleaner does not exist in IPT repository. Select none, resolution and refresh rate, KT terminal emulator. Optional dependency. So you don't need any of them, but I like KT, so I'm gonna install KT. No, I'm gonna install Kitty on my own. So I'm gonna put 0, yes. 0 here, okay? Hello, Sharika. Like, I think you are still better on the AUR, okay? Don't get me wrong, but it's a good alternative to install thing if you don't want to compile it yourself. I think they have a PPA for Ubuntu. Oh, maybe they do. Well, anyways, I do it this way. Like that, you discover something, okay? And voila, boys. Linux Mint, Shasha. Okay? So what do we have? We are on the kernel 6.5. We are on Cinnamon here and Muffin X11. Okay? Not bad if you ask me. Hello, Mark. I've used Mint for a couple of months for gaming, first with the 4070 and then a RX 7800 XT. Good for you, dude. Just update to the Xanmod kernel? No, I don't like Xanmod, but I appreciate it, dude. So I'm going to show you what's next. So we have that now. We have a good fast fetch. Looking good. I'm going to install Steam first. Okay, and for Steam, I'm going to show you something that I learned from you guys too, which is super interesting. You do on GitHub, Lutris, and you put Steam. And watch. You go there on the wiki, and here you should have, I'm going to show you here, how to install the driver there, but also how to install Steam, if I remember correctly. Okay, so this is a command for installing the latest driver. Okay, for NVIDIA, so we could do that actually. Do this one. I'm just thinking if I found the line for Steam. Okay, so we're going to do that after. We're going to install in Steam first. So watch, I'm going to show you the easy way. We'll go on graphic here. So system. Man, I'm so tired today. And not a good day for me. How do we install stuff? Software manager, here. I'm going to install it from the software manager, like that's going to be easier for you. And I won't be using any command line or anything. So you go on Steam. And here you want to make sure you install Steam with the system package, okay? So some people are going to tell you, yeah, you need to install the Flatpak version and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to tell you, just go with Steam like that. It's way easier, okay? And don't use the Flatpak version. It's going to make everything more complicated, okay? So we install that. It's going to install everything related to it, I guess. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, continue. Tap my password. And we're going to install Steam. For MD card, also use Kizak repo for newest Mesa. That's it. Yeah, I agree with that. Airmax is a TKG man, just like myself. TKG is an awesome dude. Is CachyOS kernel available for Linux Mint? No, it's not. Which sucks. I was looking for it, and it's actually not. Okay, so we install Steam. So give me 1 second there. When we arrive at the end, I'm gonna have to hide this. Maybe we should ask the team of CacheOS to see if someone is actually maintaining it, but I looked for it yesterday and I couldn't find it. So here, like, we'll talk about kernel after. Like, I'm gonna just show you like how to install Steam and how to install. Watch, I'm gonna show you something else. Something which is cool there. It's Proton up Qt. So this, I think there is just a Flatpak version, so no problem. We're gonna install the Flatpak version, like this I'm gonna show you. You install that, it's actually awesome. I just want you to be ready to game on Steam, and then we're gonna do the optimization. Do you use Secure Boot? No, I don't. I don't use Secure Boot. And I don't because there is no value added with Linux. Like, there is no point of running Secure Boot right now. You could, but, you know, meh. I do believe Linux Mint supports Secure Boot. Secure Boot is great if you have Windows 11 installed on another hard drive. Otherwise, there is no point of using Secure Boot right now, right? Because what it means is Windows 11 requires Secure Boot. So if you have a distro which does not require Secure Boot, it means that each time you want to boot and you want to change from one to another, you're gonna have to go to your BIOS, and change the option. So can we use Xanmod or Liquorix to get the latest version? You can use Xanmod or Liquorix, but I would advise against it because they are not the best for gaming. And I think you should stick with TKG. There is a value if you are on a laptop and use drive encryption. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about this one. So what would be the value added there? Okay, let me log in, boys. Okay, papa. Secure Boot is so annoying. I keep switching on and off because I need to use Windows 11. Yes, so I do believe Linux Mint support Secure Boot. But we are not testing that today. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you that real quick. So I'm in the option of Steam, okay? I just logged in. What you need to do here is go in compatibility and activate and enable Steam Play for all the other titles, okay? We're gonna restart later. Broadcast, I'm not broadcasting, so I disable that. Remote play, I don't do that. You go to download here, and shader pre-caching, you disable that. Okay, because now the driver of NVIDIA, they do it when you start the game, and you don't need to pre-cache anything. So just disable this thing for now. Maybe it's gonna change in the future, but my advice would be to do that. You deactivate it, and yeah, that's all. Storage here, I'm gonna add my external drive. Okay, so one reason also I don't recommend like using Flatpak for this is that first, Flatpak is not officially supporting, sorry, Steam is not officially supported on Flatpak. Okay, so the Valve team doesn't recommend Flatpak. There is some specific case where you can have a big decrease in FPS, okay? So that's the first point. So always use the deb or like the native version if you can. Okay, that's the first point. Second point is like if you use a Flatpak, you're gonna have to add like some type of permission for Steam to have access to other hard drive and whatever. So it's a pain in the ass, let's be clear. So just running native is going to be faster. Okay, so here you see, like I just add my drive and we're all good. Okay, like it's stupidly easy. Okay, so now I'm going to restart it. And it should be fine. Yes, Zero, don't be worried, man. So before we start, I installed this thing called Proton WebQT, and you will see how good it is. So I'm going to launch it here. Here we go. So I don't know if you see it correctly here. But then you can download any type of Proton here. So you're going to do add version here. And you have access to all the GE Proton, all the Proton TKG. You have access to everything. Okay, so here I will go with Proton GE, the latest one. Why not? Install. And I'm going to install that. Okay. And you will see it makes the installation so easy. You have nothing to do. You just press download and boom, you have the latest one. So and it's all like through the GUI, which is awesome. And voila. Boom, installed. So I'm going to relaunch Steam. So without a secure boot, okay, let me read that. Without a secure boot, one can just replace your kernel with Act 1 and your encryption key is compromised. Secure boot will make sure that kernel is properly signed and so it can be replaced. Oh, good point. I didn't know that, dude. Hello, George. Have a good one. Have a good day too, dude. So does Proton version affect your FPS? Yes, it does. So concerning Proton, because Ajin actually asked a question here. I'm going to show you another trick. If you go into Proton, if you type Proton here, you will have all the version of Proton delivered by Valve, okay? Here, you have the one I use. So it's Proton Experimental. You right click here, property. Okay. And what you do, you go on beta here and you make sure you validate the bleeding edge. Latest and untested DXVK VK3G Proton. Okay, this is the one you want to have. All right. So this is the Proton Experimental. I would say keep the Proton 8 there, like you can download it if really you have a problem. For example, like on Overwatch, I have a regression with this one. So I would go back to a Proton 8 for it to work correctly. Okay, but this has a big incidence on your FPS because sometimes the experimental have some type of regression and you have to fall back to another one. Okay. ProtonDB is a good source for the best Proton per game. Yeah, agree with that. Secure boot does work on Linux Mint, but it was broken for a while due to Ubuntu. Okay, so it does work. Thank you very much, War Thunder, for validating that. Appreciate it, dude. So, yeah. This is where you choose, okay? So let me do one more stuff. So now we are ready. We're going to launch Tomb Raider, okay? And I'm going to show you here. So generality, so there. Yeah, everything should be fine. So I'm not touching everything. I'm just launching Tomb Raider after installing Linux Mint and not optimizing anything in terms of like kernel and driver, okay? And you will see it works, all right? And we'll see what type of performance we have out of the box. And we're going to compare, right? But you will understand, and it's something that I try to explain in the video about the desktop environment, okay? And I'm going to repeat it again and again. The benchmark, they give you an idea of, you know, how your PC like works, like perform, but it doesn't give you the whole story, okay? When I say it doesn't give you the whole story, it's like, it doesn't take in consideration like the input lag. It doesn't take in consideration like the stutter you could have. It's going to show you the low FPS, but sometimes it doesn't show the full picture. And I think this is where the kernel, customized kernel, step in, okay? Because you might have the same amount of average FPS, but the overall experience might be totally different, depending on if you use a base kernel or an optimized kernel for gaming. And it's also one of the reasons I never did like a big video about which kernel is the best. Because I can't prove it with number. You know what I mean? I can't tell you like, oh yeah, this kernel is overperforming. Because most of the time you will have the same performance kind of. But what you won't have is like the smoothness in game. And this I can prove it, right? So that's why I never made this type of like video. But I will still recommend a custom kernel. Does Secure Boot work with NVIDIA driver? It should be, yes. I think it should be working with the driver they provide, Alexander. But I'm not sure it will be working with the hack I'm going to show you after. I don't think it's going to be working, actually. That's a good point. Hello, Scarlock. Which custom kernel would you recommend for Blender and DaVinci user with NVIDIA card? So, the one I really appreciate for DaVinci, I don't use Blender, so I can't really help there. But for DaVinci, the one I noticed which gives me kind of like a slight boost when I launch the application or where I launch like really heavy project is the Bohr kernel. Because the Bohr scheduler is really optimized to handle the burst situation where all your core are going to work right off the bat. And I feel the difference when I launch big project on DaVinci Resolve. But is it a requirement? No. If you go with CachyOS or TKG, like optimized kernel, it should be way more than enough. But actually, it's the only time with Bohr I can feel the difference is on DaVinci Resolve. War Thunder, for me, GTA 5 is one of the few I have to manually set to Proton 8.4. Okay. So you see, like you need to switch version for running certain game, and you will see like sometimes there is regression without the experimental bleeding edge, and you will have to switch back anyway. Liz, this seems like a fun Easter project. Might to do it on my PC. Yeah, you should. Turntable TV. Do you disable the compositor while in the game? So I don't need to do that because the Cinnamon compositor, I showed you the option before. Disable itself when you are in a full window, like full screen mode window. And here I don't need to deactivate anything. Okay, so game is running. We have the 535 driver and the base kernel. And I think it should be fine. We should be fine, guys. Oh, this guy, look, this guy, he doesn't have his pant again, huh? I don't know why. Sometimes they have a pant and sometimes they don't have one. It kind of bothers me, dude. Okay, so 292 FPS and a minimum of 256 here. Not bad at all, dude. So I would say, like, right off the bat, you might not need to even touch the kernel. Okay, if you don't want to optimize it, if you think it's too much of a work, Like, I don't think your experience is gonna be bad, dude. So let me try Overwatch. So Overwatch, let me show you. We're gonna go into compatibility. And we're gonna go, let's say with the experimental this time, okay? And we're gonna play. I installed KDE6 on Arch and I'm really impressed with low latency FPS compared to GNOME. Yeah. I don't know. I think it really depends on your hardware. But I do agree that I have a better experience on KDE than GNOME for whatever reason. At least on X11, that's for sure. Hello, Cosmic Savant. So here we're gonna go full screen. Okay, 100%, maximum is good. Ultra, okay, so this is the same as usual. I'm gonna go in training, practice range, and I'm gonna go on my spot. I'm always running Zen kernel. I don't really have performance issue. I do sometimes happen game mode run or one CPU topology. So this is definitively because of the CPU you have, right? Cosmic Savant, you want to make sure that your game is running on the right thread, the X3D one, right? Because if I remember correctly, you mentioned that. You mentioned that you have a 7950X 3D, X3D version. So yeah, you definitely want to use game mode run there, or one CPU topology. Agreed with that too, dude. How are you doing, by the way? If only there were more compatible games with Linux like Tomb Raider. You know, it's native, okay, Tomb Raider, but watch, like Overwatch, which is not native, is gonna give us a good performance, I'm sure. Okay, so right now we are at 200 FPS. We'll wait a little bit, and right now is the issue is like we are not maxing everything because I'm compiling the shader. Okay, now we're good. Yeah, so here, if I stay there, you will see my FPS are kind of like all over the place. They'll go up and down. I'm at like 590, 580, 570. For whatever reason, it go down there. So we're gonna wait a little bit. But you can see it at the top there. You see the fluctuation? So we will see if by upgrading the driver and upgrading the kernel, we will avoid those fluctuations there. Okay, this is the idea. That will be my goal overall. So obviously you still have like really good amount of FPS. Like don't get me wrong, like this is awesome. It's pretty responsive. Like it's not bad at all. Okay, but I think we can have, you know, a little bit better like feeling here. It's smooth, but I think we can make it smoother. That's the idea. Okay, so you saw it. Everything is working. Nothing to complain about. I don't even want to start Cyberpunk. So now on paper, you have a machine which works. Okay? Like almost out of the box. So now we're going to start the optimization. So first thing, we are running, I'm going to show you the driver we are running. We are running the 535 16107. So here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to installing driver here. And I'm going to copy and paste this line here. And we're going to go through it together, make sure we install actually what we want to install. So, what is it doing? So here it's adding the PPA repository for NVIDIA on Ubuntu. Okay, that's the first line. Then is adding the architecture so the 32-bit architecture here. This is what it means. Then it's going to update, and then it's going to install the driver. But here it's showing the 535 driver. I don't want them. I want the 550 driver right now. So actually, I'm going to try something. If I just do NVIDIA driver, it's going to take the latest one through the PPA. We're going to try. So I'm going to put my path there. Okay, so this is just for telling you that we're going to add the PPA, no problem. He's adding the key, okay. Okay, so it doesn't, there is none. So let me check. How to install the latest driver all the time instead of, you know, choosing one. Oh, you have to specify them. Okay, it looks like we have to specify them anyways. Okay, so we're going to specify it, no problem. I was just curious about it. Run apt list. Okay, apt list NVIDIA / driver. Yeah, you need, this is what I thought. Okay, you are right. You need to specify it anyways. Okay, so we're going to go with the 550. It's okay, guys. So what I remember, like when I tested it 8 months ago, while I will do that, I will have a big black screen. Okay, like a big black screen. So we'll see if we can avoid that now. Like that would be great. So, man, my connection is slow. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm using a VPN and the servers are kind of confused. Does PPA work on Debian too or just on Ubuntu? PPA is just for Ubuntu and all Ubuntu-based distro. Hello Lemron, your last stream about compiling Jiri were great. Why you didn't use NixOS for it? This distro is perfect for testing, aren't it? Yeah, I could have used NixOS. But I thought it would be just easier with Arch, because I'm an Arch user already. So NixOS, I don't really master it. Okay, so we're gonna update that. Let me change. So it's gonna be a good experience there. So mirror, how do we change the mirror? Settings, I guess. And we should have software source. Should be this one. What VPN do you use? I have my own server with my own VPN. I don't use any service. Are you planning to test Rhino Linux or Big Linux? Yeah, in the future. I don't have a date for that. I don't really have a date for that. It's downloading package from the PPA repo. It's a different server. Darn. So maybe the PPA repo is a little bit slow for whatever reason. Yeah, it looks like we didn't change anything, dude. I don't know why it's slow like that. No worries, boys. I'm gonna install it. We just have to wait. It's okay. Like, no worries. It's my fault. Okay, it's not a distro issue or whatever. It's because I'm using because I'm using a VPN. The VPN is slow for those server or whatever reason it is. Okay. Good point, Alexander. The PPA work on Debian, is that something you're supposed to do? I don't know, when I tried, but it was a long time ago, I tried to use PPA on Debian. It kind of worked, but it kind of breaks too sometimes. So I don't know, like if you do it, you better know what you are doing. You better know what you are doing. That's just the nature of PPA, they are not reliable. Dude, don't say that to me, we're installing the driver right now. Please don't break. Boy, this is long. So you really need to want it, okay? So we need to do that, but we also need to... You know what? While he's doing this, we're going to take advantage. I'm going to install the kernel driver, okay? So to install the kernel, you type linux tkg github, and we're going to compile it. I know it's going to be a little bit long, so we're going to start it now, guys. So you go down there, and you should have... generic install... where is it? Oh, yeah, it's generic install. So it's this one, okay? So how do you do that? You open a terminal, another one. Okay, I'm gonna make a temporary folder there. I'm gonna call it temp, cd temp. And we're gonna install the Linux TKG here. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video on it. Just go and watch it. We'll explain it in detail, but here I'm gonna go with Ubuntu. Which one are we gonna get to? Maybe I'm gonna go crazy. We're gonna go on the 6.9. Okay, we are taking EVDF. Yes, sir. GCC. And after that, we should be fine. So again, like, it should be way faster. Because right now, I have problem to download stuff. I'm gonna have to figure it out what exactly is going on. with my VPN, but it's not, again, I repeat it, it's not something you will encounter on your hand. Normally it goes really, really fast. Okay. It's just my fault there. I didn't have the time to figure it out. It's the second or third time we have this issue on stream. But again, it's not the fault of the distro at all. Just want to make clear. No, it's not related to Nala or IPT. It just me. Just the VPN is like not doing well for whatever reason. Oh, I can do that because okay, so I can do it. Okay, forget about it. I have to wait the install to be done. So, guys, we're gonna take a 2-minute break. I'm gonna grab some water. I will be back, okay? Enjoy! Man, this is actually long, huh? Both! Oh, this is long, boys! Yo, Blanquette de Veau! Salut! Figured out, but your point about not understanding your install Okay, Lemron, I'm trying to read this. Figured it, but your point about not understanding or install the latest kernel and video driver. So all your tests about not min-maxing and optimization, it's all for science. That's why I ask about NixOS. Yes, but what you need to understand is like with Cache OS, and because we did those tests in a small like windows like that, like for me it was easier just to reinstall the overall like system rather than, you know, switching within NixOS through different like desktop environment and Windows Manager. You know. And to be fair, like I do believe like Arch in general is better for gaming than NixOS. So I just wanted to have everything running natively. You know, like this type of thing. So with NixOS, because I can't really, like I don't really know what I'm doing compared to Arch. I think I could have figured it out, obviously, but it was just like easier for me to do it this way. Don't know if it makes sense, dude, but... Okay, isn't better to use Arch? Yeah, no worries, Lemron. All is good, man. Isn't it better to use Arch rather than Ubuntu or Debian? No. You can use whatever you want. I made a video about it where I explain that all the distro on paper, they have the same performance if you install the same packages on them. Right? What really makes the difference is like the package manager. That's the first one. The second one is what's the name? The vision of the distro, and then it's the community. So if you want something more stable with less updates, but you go on Ubuntu or Debian, right? If you want something bleeding edge, which means like sometimes it's going to work faster, but sometimes you can have regression, you go on Arch, OpenSUSE, Tumbleweed, etc., right? So it's really like, what do you prefer? Me, personally, I prefer Arch. But you have to understand, like when you are a newcomer from Windows, for example, like going on Arch, it's kind of a problem, right? Like you can start with Arch. You could. Okay, don't get me wrong. You could start with Arch, but I wouldn't recommend it. Not everyone can start with Arch. You know, like if you are someone who doesn't care about computing, why would you install Arch? Like it would be stupid in my opinion. So here I have a Zen 3 type of CPU, so I type 18. 1000 Hertz, yeah, it's good. Here you let everything on default, and it should be good. Okay, now it's gonna compile. So have you virtualized Windows 10 on Linux, or did you build that system all the way? If you virtualize, do you have some recommended setup and software to use? Did. That's a tough question, but I'm gonna answer it. When I'm done with my food. Bon appétit, by the way. Man, I'm sorry guys, I'm so hungry. Oh yeah. Oh! Okay, so the virtualization. I don't virtualize on my machine, okay? I'm going to tell you what I do, and then I'm going to tell you... Okay, no. I'm going to tell you the recommendation. So for virtualization, I'm a big fan of Virt Manager. I think it's really cool if you do the virtualization on your machine. VirtualBox, I'm not fan, but it still works, but I'm not super fan of it for various reasons. I won't get in detail there, but I would say Virt Manager, like it's good. And then the way I do things, like I have a server in which I have a lot of like virtual machine. And for Windows, I use a virtual machine on this server, and then I just RGP into it. So I don't have any virtual machine on my main computer here. I don't do that. I like the fact that they are on a server, and I can erase them or whatever, and it doesn't impact whatever I do here. Okay, that's the way I do it. And for virtualization on the server, I use Proxmox. Proxmox is awesome. So yeah, that's the way I do it. Now, did you build Windows all the way up? Yes, I did. I have one hard drive. Actually, I keep their SSD in my machine with Windows. But I think I didn't boot on it since last time I played Alan Wake 2. So it's been like maybe 3 or 4 months. I don't use it. I was thinking this morning about erasing it because I don't use it at all. I'm thinking I'm going to buy an AMD video card and virtualize Windows with pass-through for storage and NVIDIA GPU. I hope 64GB of RAM is enough. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know what type of usage you have, but yeah. If you have enough like PCI Express lane on your motherboard, yeah, do it. Hello Air Max. I like QEMU KVM for virtualization. It's the best performance in my opinion. Yes, I agree with that. So when you go to virtualization, like VirtualBox is doing the job, but it's not as good as the other alternative, I think. That's why I don't like it. But again, it's me, right? Like it's just my feeling about it. So here, for everything related to kernel compilation and module within the kernel to accelerate this whole process, because I guess some of you, they just don't want to go through that, and I get it. I made 2 videos about them. One video to install Linux TKG and another video to install something called mod prob db, which is going to let you only compile the different driver and module you need, not all of them like I'm doing right now. So you can divide by 2 or even 4 sometimes the compilation time of your kernel. So something to think about, okay guys? Something to really think about. Because this is long. Like really long. Like, dude. When would you do a guide about optimization for gaming? Already done like 3 or 4 of them, dude. There is one on Apex Legends. There is one on Linux Mint. And it's always the same optimization. Like, and something I have to tell you guys, like there is less and less like optimization to be done because I would say like every iteration of the kernel, for example, is getting better and better in terms of performance. So the difference we could see like 2 years ago, which was huge, because the scheduler on the main kernel was CFS, for example, and now like they move the scheduler to EVDF. There is still a difference, but it's not as big as before. So if you didn't want to, optimize your kernel, for example, you would lose a little bit, but you wouldn't lose that much as before. Like everything I showed you is part of the optimization, but there is not that much to do, to be fair. You upgrade the driver, you upgrade the kernel, you make sure that the compositor is disabled, whatever like operating, like, a desktop environment or Windows manager you use. You cut out the mouse acceleration, super important. Make sure your refresh rate is at the correct refresh rate. Make sure that the NVIDIA driver are correctly set up. And that's all, dude. You can install game mode if you want. Not a problem. We could do it. Well, actually, we're gonna do it now. Watch. See how hard it is. Sudo apt install game mode, and we're gonna do game mode. I'm gonna install Mongo HUD. Yeah, that's all you need, dude. Up. That's all. You're good to go, dude. Past that point, it all depends on your hardware configuration. So you can optimize your system to be snappy as hell. If your hardware is at that capable, you won't get miraculous results. Yeah, I agree with you, man. No, bro, they are named bad or whatever. Do it with hype name. What do you mean, brother? Okay, so the kernel is almost done. How much RAM is Mint supposed to take? I would say less than 4 GB. We'll check next reboot, okay, Mabek? I don't think it's that of a AV distro. Like it's not super light, obviously, but it's not AV either. Cinnamon is quite impressive. Like to say it, like it's actually quite impressive. So does Linux Mint package manager use all CPU threads when compiling by default? Yeah, it does. I can see right away. Yeah, it does. My NeoFetch say 15 GB or 32 in desktop only with the browser up. Yeah, I think your NeoFetch is high on crack. Okay, dude. Because, listen, I'm compiling right now. I'm pretty sure I'm not using... watch. I'm using 5 GB of RAM and I'm compiling, bro. So, I don't know. I don't know what's happening on your PC, but... Does it work the same in Kubuntu? What do you mean? Can you share the real GPU to Windows 10 VM on Linux Mint? What? I didn't get your question. Kaskosebop. Sorry, bro, I can't pronounce your name. No, I would say around like between 3 and 4 GB of RAM. That's all, not more. Man, you see, like, this is why we need CachyOS there to avoid to compile this kernel. I kind of forget how long it was to compile the kernel, dude. Without modprobdb, without anything. It's pretty long, guys? It's pretty long. I mean, can you share your NVIDIA GPU to the virtual machine? I don't think you can share it. You can do a pass-through. But for doing that, okay, you have two ways of doing that. Normally, your NVIDIA GPU can be on both machines, right? So if you do a VM and you want to push it, you're going to need a second GPU. Like that, you keep access to whatever screen you have on there. And yeah, that's all. But you have to understand, like when you do a pass-through of a GPU to a virtual machine, you will lose the access of your GPU on your main machine, on the host. It's super important to understand that. Oh, okay, I understand what you mean, Lemron. Yeah, we could do that. I think already, like, I have a solid one on Linux Mint. We could do another one. For sure, that's a good idea. It's in my plan, actually. But right now, I don't know if you noticed, but the amount of video I'm pushing is a little bit lower. Because I have some, like, big stuff happening in my life on the side. And I'm still working, obviously, but I'm not working as big as before on the channel. So I'm not pushing like 4 videos a week. Like, long story short, I'm doing more like 1 video and 2 streams. I just started dual booting Windows 11 and Mint. I've been using Linux on and off for 20 years. Wow. And I'm an intermediate user with Linux. I've never seen a distro so close to being ready to migrate Windows user. I agree, dude. Sick and known, I agree with you. That's why I've been like promoting it on the side, because most of my content is ready for, I would say, advanced user and people who want to become advanced, but not ready for beginner. I just made this, series of video. I think there is 7 or 8 video about Linux Mint, because I do believe this is the best for starting Linux, like the best. There is no alternative, dude. People think about Ubuntu, people think about Zorin, people think about, like, sometimes Debian, but it's so far from Linux Mint, dude. You may have doing single GPU pass-through, but it requires some knowledge. Yeah, you need some specific script. You need a lot of things going on to do that. I personally never have done it because it's too much of a hassle. Like, I would go and buy a second GPU, or if you have a CPU with a GPU inside, it might be a little bit easier, but it's a lot of work. If now only Adobe apps could run on Linux Mint natively, now we don't need them, dude. It will be great, but we don't need them. And especially with some of them now, you can. It's pretty interesting. Some of the app you can now run them on your browser. Like I've seen like Photoshop running on the browser. So you can still run them on Linux. It's not on your machine, but you can still use them. ProtonDB is a huge step for getting the gaming people migrated. When that is perfect enough, you will see Linux take over macOS in market share. Oh yeah, I'm sure with that. I don't even think it's going to be based on ProtonDB success. I think it's going to be based on one distro which can do everything out of the box. Linux Mint is almost perfect, but it's not perfect for gaming. I think if a distro do everything for gaming, it's going to change the whole game. Yeah, you can do that without any problem. Marianne, you can do that, no problem. Just make sure you plug your computer on the output of the Intel card, and you blacklist the NVIDIA driver when you boot on Linux, and then you pass through the graphic card. No issue. Yeah, Xero Linux. Message me on Discord for that. I can't get Helldiver 2 working on Mint. Is it listed at gold, but the game won't start? No, Helldiver 2 works on Linux, Mabek. Stop spreading like fake information. I know you are here to troll, but stop doing it. Okay, Helldiver 2 works. Now, if it doesn't work on Mint, it's another problem. I don't think it's related to Mint. I think it's related to something else. Is there any option to disable debug symbol package creation? It's by far the longest way there. I don't know, dude. It's just really, really long. I'm gonna see with the CachyOS team, see if they can do something for the Debian-based distro. Like, I think it would be great. Thank you for what you do. This is cool. Video, stream, that's all. Special thanks for CachyOS. This is an excellent recommendation. Hey, thank you, buddy. What's my plan for Easter? I'm gonna stay with my family. I don't have a lot of plans, dude. I'm gonna stay with, you know, my little family here. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it may be due to having installed on a separate drive and originally installed it through Windows 11. So, okay, seek and known, like if you want to install game on Linux, I will really advise you against using your Windows drive, which is on NTFS. So NTFS and Steam doesn't work very well. Like, don't do it. Okay, so just make sure that you reinstall your game on a hard drive which is not in TFS. Hello Simon, are you not reading YouTube's? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean, Simon? Or Simon, should I say? Yeah, I can guarantee this is what it is, seek and known. So, guys, if you are moving from Windows to Linux and you have your hard drive full of like games, especially like Steam games, don't use it. Okay, don't use NTFS hard drive, like Windows hard drive, if you don't understand what I mean. But the file system from Windows doesn't work well with Steam on Linux. My longer post is not visible. What are you talking about, Simon? I'm confused. I've never seen your post before. So maybe try to make a smaller one, brother. Are you using a custom.config? I'm building my own system on Gentoo. Brother, what are we talking about? I'm installing Mint right now, and I'm installing the Linux TKG kernel. That's all I'm doing here right now. Have you tried Void Linux? I don't personally use it, but it will be cool for a stream of yours, by the way. Salut from Portugal. Hey, Guilherme, thank you very much for saying hi from Portugal, brother. I never tried Void Linux. We might do a stream about it. I don't know what we're gonna do next stream, because I have like 5 to 7 distro I would like to try with you guys. Oh, okay, now I understand, Simon. Okay, I understand, Simon. So for the kernel, normally, like before, I was using a special config file, but I don't anymore. Because I'm doing those, you know, like stream on the fly. So no, I don't anymore. But it's better to use a config file, by the way. That's for sure. I just don't want to, transfer it from another hard drive and set it up. Like I don't have time to do that. I just want to launch it and get good to go. But here it's super long, dude. Like I'm like this is way too long. I'm wondering if everything went well. I hope so, but do you run the same issue if you're installing on XT4 first and then trying to run them on Windows 11? Yeah, don't do that too. You need to have the game installed on both. One on Windows and one on Linux. I know it sucks, but that's what it is for now. I'm confused, Simon, about what you are talking about. Like there is a config file for the Linux TKG kernel, and the default is supposed to work. But maybe the compilation has a problem there. Something can happen, right? We are doing like tweaking there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. As I showed last night on your Discord, I compiled 6.9 RC1, but it broke my VMware because that needs to be updated to support it. No. No, dude. Okay, let me check something. Yeah, it's still working, dude. It's still working, we just have to wait. Yeah, I know that, Simon. I know that. It's just, I didn't want to do it now. I don't think it would have changed anything anyways. I will have to get another drive to install game for Linux. I may have a spare SSD lying around for it. Yeah, I really recommend that. So guys, I'm sorry for that. Normally, it's not supposed to take that much of a time. Maybe we went a little bit crazy with the 6.9 here, but I still need to install it. I don't think it did install itself yet. So yeah, it's still compiling the deb, so we have to wait. I can't force the install right now. Yeah. So we just have to wait. And also it's mono thread. So it's so long, bro. Like it shouldn't be that long. I don't know why. I would love it not to building it, to be fair. We don't need the debug. I agree with you, Alexander. This is stupid, like. The thing is, like, if I restart it and try to... I don't even know if I can cancel it. Let me check. Because there is a config file there. I'm gonna have to ask TKG for that. See if we can, like, get rid of it. Because this is annoying for sure. For science, check the size of the final package when it's done. Yeah, I will. So you have gaming impotence. Sorry if it sounds rude, but why did you switch from competitive gaming to installing and testing distro? What is a gaming impotence ball? Okay, dude, you need to tell me what is a gaming impotence. I'm really curious about that. Bro, you make me laugh, that's for sure. So that's such a good question. Okay, Lemron, like now you need to tell me. Like I want to know everything. I want to know everything about this thing. What does it mean, bro? That was really fun. I like that, boys. Okay. No, chat is not going to the gutter. Everything is great. Everything is fine. No worries. Well, I've handled way worse type of question. Like this is not even worse. It's just really fun. So are you trying to ask me if I stop gaming because like what you are trying to say? Like I stopped gaming because I felt like I was not good enough to game, or like I'm. That's a really good question actually. So what do you try to imply there? And then I will answer the question, of course. But you could have just said like, why did you stop gaming? But instead you use gaming impotence like theory. Like I'm really curious about it, bro. I think he's saying you are washed. Yeah, I could be washed. I could be washed, guys. I could be washed. I'm pretty sure I'm washed. But because he was kind of aggressive, I'm like, yes, I'm washed, but I can still own you, Lemron, if this is what you mean. I'm ready for a 1v1 against a wash gamer. But like this is the thing. Like, if you lose a 1v1 against an old wash gamer, boo! Shame on you, dude. He's not there anymore. I didn't ban him. Like I want to be straight. Like I didn't do anything. So I don't know where he went. But if the question was like, why did you stop gaming? And so to be straight with you, like I was not in the competitive world for a long time. Okay, I was more into the Twitch streaming entertaining world. So obviously, like, I don't want to send me flower, but I was pretty decent, I think, at the game. That's for sure. Because the problem is like on Twitch, if you are not decent, nobody's gonna watch you anyways. But I did stop because I had a child, and streaming between, I would say, like 6 and 12 hours a day, and sometime like 24 hours straight of streaming, because this was a new trend on Twitch, was not really an option for me anymore, dude. So like I think I've done like 6 or 7 24-hour stream. And I was doing like I was doing a lot of hour a month in streaming, dude. I just didn't have time to do that anymore. I didn't have the will to do it. I had to take care of my newborn. I had to, do something else. this is when you have the best computer. You have the opportunity to play all the game, but these games are not that interesting. You don't need them, and you are looking for other interesting things. I think you can be a successful like streamer without a good computer. Okay. Just to be clear, you don't need a good computer to be a good streamer. Okay, I think you need to be a good streamer to be a good streamer. That's the first point. Also, I do believe that you don't even need to play game to be a good streamer. I would say it's actually easier not to play game to stream nowadays. That will be my takeaway, right, on that? But like, you know, like that's why I stopped. To be a content creator on Twitch and a live stream like type of platform like that, you really need a drive. Like you really need a solid drive. I will word it this way, right? And I felt like I didn't have it anymore. Because, you know, when you have a child, like your perception of things change. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to Control C here. Okay, so this is done, guys. We're gonna have to rebuild this thing. That's annoying. So I'm gonna build the normal one. I'm sorry about that, boys. The install didn't go through, so we're gonna reinstall. We're gonna try again, and if it doesn't work, well, we stay on the kernel. I will install a Xamod or Liquorix or whatever, even if I don't like them. So the 6.9 didn't work. Okay, I'm going fast there, and here we go again. Same player, play again. I'm sorry about that, but at least we have a good conversation, right, chat? To me, family is the first than other thing. Yeah, I agree, Guillaume. I agree with that. You know, what really pushed me toward Linux is the fact that I saw that Linux will be a great alternative to Windows. And I was getting really tired of Windows at the time. And I started to stream game on Linux. I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool. So I've been streaming games for more than 2 years on Linux. If you look at this channel and you look at my live stream, I finished GTA 5 on Linux. I played a lot of games. But then I noticed that just playing game was not enough. And I was like, okay, maybe I should make tutorial to share to everyone how you can play game on Linux and how cool it is. And here we are now, like we are just doing Linux. It doesn't mean that one day I could not, you know, play game again. But one thing I'm sure of is like I'm not playing the same game between 6 and 12 hours a day every day for 5 years again. I'm not doing it, dude. You know, I'm not doing it. Washed or not washed, I'm not doing it, dude. I've done it, and I'm not doing it again. Okay, so hopefully this time is gonna work. So right now we are using Linux Mint Edge Cinnamon, and it's 6.5 kernel. And we're gonna try to compile 6.8. We tried the 6.9, but it didn't work out for whatever reason. So we're gonna go 6.8. But that's interesting. Like, you see, like, I think you guys, like, when, I don't know if some of you are actually competitive gamer or streamer or, you know, like this type of like gig you are on. But I do believe like most of the viewer, they kind of like have a big fantasy about, you know, playing video game for a living. And I'm telling you, dude, if it's not easy as it sounds, brother. It's not easy as it sounds. Like, gaming for a living is not easy as it sounds at all. Okay? So obviously most of the streamers, they don't want to show you that, right? They want to be like, hey, what's up, guys? Blah, 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 you know? But the reality is not exactly what is being shown on camera, dude. It's it's interesting, bro. I played competitive 20 years ago, but something I would or could do nowadays. I have to put an insane amount of time every day, giving up a lot of other stuff. Yeah. Man, and you know what's the worst? Because I'm an old guy, okay? And I was doing competitive 20 years ago too. I actually won like prizes. And you know, guess what? The prizes we won at the time. I remember we had a team and we finished second Europe on Far Cry competitive, okay? Like, we were number 2 Europe, dude. Not number 1, I agree, but number 2. And you know what we got for the full team? As a big win? We got a graphic card, bro. For a team of 6. Like, think about it, dude. Think about it, bro. Like, my team... So it was on Far Cry. It was on... at the time, what was the name of this website, bro? I don't remember, man. I'm so... ESL. Sorry, guys. ESL, Far Cry 5v5, Far Cry 2v2. I was number 2 Europe, okay? In France, I was number 1 with my team. When we won the ESL, we won. When we arrived second of ESL, the prize was a graphic card. Bro, I'm not kidding. But you know what? Like, when I was playing Far Cry, I had to change my name and my tag each time I enter a server, because if people will see my tag of my team or my name, they will all leave the server. They wouldn't play against me, bro. Or any member of my team. They will just scared. They will be scared, dude. People were making video of me at the time, because I didn't even do video or whatever. I was just competitive gaming at the time. Like, it was not even a thing. They were making video of me saying I was cheating, dude. I was awesome. Then I played Counter-Strike Source. And then I played like competitively. I did some LAN and stuff, but I never won anything. But I did those. I did StarCraft 2. But I never won anything competitively. I didn't have the skill. I was good, like I was master. But I never made it to the high league, like Grandmaster and stuff like that. I didn't have the skill, even if I tried really hard. But I didn't have it. And then I stopped gaming at all. And I came back gaming hardcore with PUBG. And PUBG, like in terms of like performance, like... so I was more on, like, entertaining on PUBG. Like, you know, having fun with my chat and having like crazy games. But I would say like I was not a big like winner of game of PUBG, but I always have a high count kill in my game. Like I was going for high count kills. So I was the top, like each time of the new season in PUBG, I was always in top 10. Like top 10, like killer. Like I don't know, amount of kills, I don't know how you say it, like a ratio, like kill to death ratio. I was always top 10 at the beginning of the season. And then obviously because I was, streaming and doing goofy stuff, I wouldn't be there, but I was pretty violent, bro, on PUBG. All the pro you see all the big streamer, like I can say now, like I own them. I have a positive kill death ratio against most of the big content creator, and maybe not the pro. Some of the pro, but not all of them. Because obviously they were better gamers than me on PUBG. Like, don't get me wrong, I was not the best player at all, right? But I was super solid. Yeah, price back then was just like a pat on the shoulder. I agree, Stephen. I just turned 18, and for me, I always am worrying about my family and always do responsibility. And that's why I spend time more with my families and playing games, but I do still game casually. Yeah, makes sense. Biggest thing with the Linux community has overcome, in my opinion, is its willingness to help noob. When I started back in the 90s, Linux users were all jackasses that just said figure it out yourself. Listen, dude, they still exist, those guys, okay? I'm one of those. Hello, McAfee, the good old CSS. Yes. So now you are in Arch-based Linux. I played some Apex Legends. I don't think I'm good at Apex Legends, but I'm still decent. I think that I can... I will own, like... I will still own 98%, 99% of the pop, I believe. If they're playing with a mouse and keyboard. That would be my guess. 98% of the pop, I will own them. But not the 2% above. Like, how wouldn't I be able to do it? I think I'm too old for that. Because the dedication to get into the 2%, 0. Like 1%, 0.5% is another level, dude. Happy Wednesday, Air Max. Happy to witness another Linux masterclass. Hashtag Kashi for life. What's up, dude? The Linux Mint community is really helpful. Yeah, makes sense. Like, they have a good product there. I have to say it, like, a really good product. And yes, I'm still compiling, okay? I'm still compiling because we had a problem before. And I really hope, like, we are gonna be able to solve this issue because I want to go eat. I really hope it's gonna work. You know, the issue right now is... Oh yeah, I didn't tell you too. Like, when I was streamer, I won the Escape from Tarkov, like, tournament for North America. So on paper, I'm a North American champion for another game. Think about it, dude. I'm EVGF for the kernel. And hello, Udaz Nick. He didn't try building the debug package this time. Maybe it's just the RC kernel stuff. Are you sure? I think he's gonna do it. He's gonna finish this one and then he's gonna go for the debug, Alexander. But you know, overall, like... Okay, so now we are talking like that, dude. Now we are talking about that, dude. you know, I was asking myself, like, because now I kind of like changed the trajectory of what I was doing on internet, you know, as a career. And I was asking myself, like, do I have any regret? You know, like it's a serious question, guys, because sometimes you do something and then you want to do something else, right? And I was like, do you have any regrets? And I'm telling you, dude, I don't have any regret. Hello, Alak. I'm going for EVGF. Not board this time. You see it's written here? TKG EVGF. And man, like I don't regret any of those, dude. I was so fun. I would have loved to have like the gaming career maybe to be a little bit longer. But it's not a regret, right? It's not like I did something wrong or whatever. Like this is what happened. So it's not. I think you can have regret when you feel like you did something wrong, right? But I don't have any regret. It was awesome. It was actually awesome. Man, I went to the TwitchCon. And man, like people, they were screaming my name on the street and stuff. They were recognizing me. That was such a weird feeling, bro. That was such a weird feeling. I understand why some people, they get addicted to recognition and stuff like that. Because this was such a weird feeling, bro. So I would say, you know, if you have any type of dream in life, I would say like go for it. Because there is some experience that no money or nothing can buy, actually. So in the 90s and the 2000s, Linux was transitioning from hobbyist community to mainstream, and Linux community had a huge inferiority complex after success of Windows 98 and XP. Okay. After using Arch for a year now, I'm shocked how long compiling and package manager are so slow on Debian-based distro. Yeah, I know. I know, dude. They were constantly being compiled. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think also, like, some people are good and some of them are not, you know? So, I still believe there is, like, some people willing to help in every community. And I wouldn't say, like, you know, Linux community is bad or good. I think there is good and bad in every type of community, bro. That's what I think. I think there is good and bad in every community. Okay, this is gonna be my last attempt to build this kernel, because now I'm starting to be a little bit upset, guys. It has been like 40 minutes we are on that. I remember when Steve Ballmer said Linux was cancer because Linux user can pay. Yeah, no comment. Now, I agree with that, Slicken now. Like, if they can just get a few more things right, they will have it all. I agree with you. I think we're almost there. Like, one of the big barriers, at least from my standpoint for gaming, is NVIDIA. But NVIDIA, for the last, I would say, 6 months, man, they started to really work hardcore. really worked hardcore on their driver, dude. Have you always been on Linux when you played PUBG? Oh, no. I was not on Linux, dude. I switched to Linux 2 years ago. And I started to stream PUBG, I think it was in 2017 or 2018. So it's a long time ago, dude. PUBG was a long time ago. And I was using Windows 10 at the time. You can't... There is some game on Linux, when they have a kernel anti-cheat, you can't just play them. They won't work. Yeah, you see, it's still doing its thing, 100% there. I'm gonna check with TKG like what's going on with that. Like this is not normal. It should be 10 minutes top, and we are at like how long? Like, hello match grade. It has been a very long time since PUBG. Oh yeah, for sure. What's my main job? This is my main job. So if you want to continue to watch this type of content, I will really appreciate the fact that you became my sponsor by, you know, subscribing to the Patreon, subscribing here on YouTube, like, you know, like becoming a member. This is how I would like to, how to explain, you know, like become a full-time content creator type of guy. This is the end game for me. This is what I'm trying to create there, Fallon. But obviously, I need your support. But also, like, I do believe that with my subscriber, you know, growing up by a lot those last month, and my number of you, like, getting bigger and bigger, we might have, I would say in the coming months, some type of sponsor deal and some type of, like, financial opportunity for me to be more secure on this end. But yeah, that's gonna be my full-time job here. I swear I'm cursed. The moment I bought an AMD card, NVIDIA started to fix all the issue I had. Yeah, it's not all fixed, okay? Like, if you feel better, it's not fixed on Wayland for now. But it's gonna be fixed soon. AMD card are okay, bro. Like, you didn't do any mistakes there. When using Windows, I give it a pass on some things because they get the basic right. On Linux, I'm less forgiving on the problem on the basic, but the advanced power user stuff, they rock it out. Yes. I will cancel it and go to the default kernel. It's good enough anyway. Bro, I'm not canceling this! We're gonna win this war, boys! We're gonna win it! Actually, maybe I can install it without the debug. Bro, maybe I can install it without the debug. Arb, have you ever used Fedora? Yes. I will check in on you in a few days and... Come on, bro! Come on, don't leave me! By the way, just to make sure I'm not hating on Linux, I was making fun of Steve Ballmer. So sorry if you thought I was hating on Linux, but not Steve Ballmer was the one... Oh, yeah, no worries, man. I got it. Hey, if you aren't using GeForce Experience, you are doing it wrong. Okay, yeah. Okay. Good one, buddy. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it on my own. Watch and learn, boys. Okay, sudo gpkg install. So it should be E like that. Do we have a deb? Yes, we do. We install the header. And the image. Hello Mario. I don't know why it's like that. Maybe there is a bug in the script. I need to check with him. I need to check with TKG what's going on. Et voilà! Et voilà, papa! Now we reboot. Okay, so I did it. Somehow it got stuck on the debug, but we don't need the debug anyways. So I did install it manually. And we're gonna reboot. And we should be fine. Let's do this, boys. So this is not for beginner, okay? So this is not for beginner. I need to check with TKG what's going on with this debug like function there. Okay, screen up, yes. Advanced. Yes! Linux TKG, EEVDF. La crème de la crème, papa! You see the special effect? You see the special effect, boys? This is what it means when you are a machine like that. Okay, so fast fetch. We have the latest TKG EVDF kernel here. And I'm gonna uncheck the drivers there real quick. And we have the before last driver. So this is the most recent for Ubuntu. On Arch, we are a little bit higher there, but who cares? We're gonna start Steam. And now we have the power. The TKG power! Whoa! Okay. Vive la France. And vive la France. That's right. And vive le Canada too. And vive wherever you are from, boys. Allez, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, let's go. Good thing you are not streaming on the PCs that you are working on. Why is that? Like, I couldn't do the stream like I do it right now. Am I muted? I don't see any of my comment appearing on the stream. No, I see you, Alexander. Can you show a unnamed A? Yeah, if you want. You are from America? Think unknown? Oh, look at this. Look at this power, dude. Okay, run benchmark. Okay, so big point, dude. Big point. Do you think the guy at the end, at the market, is gonna have a pant? The bets are on. What the heck? I posted using about APT instead of DPKG. So why would I use APT instead of DPKG, bro? Alexander, like just for science, like why? You got all the newest stuff. You upgraded his pen too, watch. Wisconsin. Okay, got it. Man, I'm pretty impressed you can understand my English. Normally, like some of the Americans sometimes are like, well, I don't understand the word you say, bro. You know, but here, yeah, I didn't hear any complaints there. So thank you. Dude, thank you for making the effort, because I know I have a strong accent. Door Lord, he better not. I think this is a no pants run. I am a no pants stream too. Okay, I hope we won't have a pants, guys. I don't want you to get disappointed, okay? I hope he's butt naked. Canada and Portugal, love. Guilherme, tudo bem? Tudo bem? I think I cracked the code. Your system runs so fast on Linux that he never manages to put his pants on before the camera fly by. That's a good one, brother. That's a good one. I did notice difference in over character closing in this test as well. Yeah, I know, man. Like it just bothers me. You know, a test for me should be always the same. You can't change your pants, brother. We are benchmarking. Like, keep your pants on. Tudo bem, meu amigo? Okay, okay. Muy bem. Can I say muy bem? I don't know what to say. All good, brother. So pants or not pants? Bro, he got the pants! The heck? We, like, the no pants team just lost. And what is this lady doing? I never saw her before. Dude, we are losing FPS on this pants. I guarantee it. Like, it's like 2 FPS at least. 291. I told you, we are losing FPS. Ah, muito bem. Okay, muito bem. Sorry, dude. I didn't want to be insulting. Okay, so here is a long story. When you put a TKG, normally you should have a little bit less FPS max and FPS average. But your mean should be higher, okay? This is all about the latency. Just to be clear, because I know some of you are going to be like, oh, you compile for like 45 minutes and the FPS are a little bit lower. Yes, he had a pants, the guy. What do you want me to say, okay? But the minimum, they're going to be higher. Okay? And the average is also higher. Okay, so if it's higher, it's even better. But you get the idea. Okay, guys? Now, let's try it in real condition, okay? Because this bench is cool. But now, let's launch Overwatch. And see how it feels, okay? Because this is really why I want to install the Linux TKG. It's like I want to have the responsiveness, okay? I want to have like the good like feeling about it. Shouldn't be using ifxa. No, I'm just using the always the same settings to have a baseline, okay? Like, so I just put ultra. And even at this, listen, guys, if I really wanted to make a benchmark about the kernel, I will go into like 720p and try to maximize my FPS. Here we are already using the graphic card anyways. Okay, like... your best impulse latency experience so far was i3, yes. That's what I thought. But I can't prove it, right? It's just my feeling. But I would say i3 number 1, then KDE will not really far. Then Cinnamon, and all the rest, right? Hello Mario, do you like GNOME 46? I'm not a fan of GNOME, bro. So don't ask me the question, okay? Like I'm not a fan of GNOME. It doesn't mean it's a bad one. I don't like it. I don't like GNOME in general. Okay, so I'm waiting for the compilation to be done. I understand, me neither. I'm more of a KDE guy. Yeah. Okay, so now let's see the FPS there. So this is maybe, okay guys, you see the top left there? I'm always at almost like 599 and it doesn't go down as much as before. It still does go down from time to time, but I think I have more consistency here. So we're gonna wait a little bit. But I do believe I have a little bit more consistency here. So now let's check in real world scenario, okay? Okay, it's not bad, dude. It's not bad. I don't know if you really need to upgrade the kernel. Like at this point, I'm like, do we really need to update it? I think we do, but you know, some people, they will argue, they'll be like, nah, you don't need to and whatever. Man, this is so fluid now. This is good, man. Yeah, you need to update it. I will die on this hill, dude. I think you need to update the kernel. Like if you want to do competitive gaming, like this is the way, dude. Okay, so we have a kernel TKG working, boys. This is just awesome. This is just awesome, dude. Everything is working. And now we have, indeed, a fully optimized Linux experience, boys. So I repeat, fast fetch. This is where we are at. Uname A. Like what information is gonna give you more, dude? Simon, I think you had all the information there. So, Lemron, that's a good point. I didn't try OpenBox because OpenBox need a little bit more work out of the box to set up, and I didn't want to do that on stream, dude. Okay, so after the stream, you will need to fix CachyOS. I know, dude. I will have to do that, bro. Like, this is gonna be a pain. This is gonna be a pain, but it is what it is. So, okay, so we have everything working. You have the latest driver, you have the latest kernel. I'm just going to do one more thing. Oh yeah, by the way, look. You want to have an upgrade there, you go there. And you just do install update. This is how you need to update. Like right now, you don't have to do anything else on Mint. Everything is working. So I'm going to do two more stuff. Actually, one more stuff. I want to change the overall look of Mint. Because right now, it looks great. Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't look as I want it to look. Okay? So let me show you. I'm going to show you how I work most of the time. Okay, so this is good. Settings. So do we have themes there? I'm going to show you what I like, okay? I really like Dracula, boys. So I'm going to go with Dracula. So here you type Dracula. Wait, we don't have Dracula available there? What the? Bro. I thought we had Dracula somewhere. Okay, let's have fun together. How long have we been on? 3 hours? Oh. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Dracula Linux Mint. By the way, when you can look at my message on the chat on top, did you... I'm confused. What did you do, Guilherme? I was thinking of using i3, but can you tell me how to use it? And is there any resource for i3? I did see your video about desktop environment, but I would like to try a different experience. I have no clue about i3. I want to be honest with you. It was the first time I installed it. Okay? It's the first time I installed i3 during this, benchmark, because some of you guys said, yeah, I want to try. Hey, see you, Siken now. Thanks for passing by, buddy. Hello, Jorg. Thanks for sharing your feedback there about the tier 3 and variable refresh rate in X11, dude. Okay, so how do we install that? It's written here. So we're gonna do stupid and just download it. I'm gonna go with Dracula, like the normal one. We're gonna download it. Hey, hello, it's Albert. How are you doing, buddy? Long time no see. Hope everything is well. All right, thank you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to distract you. Hey, you're not distracting me, buddy. It's all good. So you have your theme here. I'm gonna show you real quick. You need to create a repository here. So mkgr. So wait, I'm gonna make it bigger there. I'm gonna do it here. And you create that. So normally you do this and this. If it doesn't work, you use the -p here. -p, not capital P. Thank you, Max. Okay. Oh, darn. I made a mistake. So apparently they are in this folder. Okay, so we created it. Okay, so maybe we're gonna learn today how to do not what to do, guys. Because I made so many mistakes this stream, it's just awesome. And now let's see if it appears there. I'm gonna re-go in settings. I feel like this is the worst stream ever. Okay, I want to be honest with you guys. This is how I feel right now. Oh no, it's here, Dracula. Eh ben voilà. Okay, so Dracula is set up. We need the mouse pointer there. So I wasn't here for the mistake. I was out walking. I was out. Man, you missed all the mistake. So here I'm gonna download the icon. Okay, dude, come on. Bro, there is a pack. You can download. Oh, it's here, my bad. So you go on GTK here, and you should have the icon. So you need to create a repository here, icon. So we're gonna do it. mkgir, bam, icon. Okay, it's already existing. So you go in it. I'm doing it for you to kind of like see it there, but I'm not used to that, as you can see. I like to use the terminal, and I'm struggling with this, okay? We're gonna download them. So you download the icon there. Where is it? What the heck is this, bro? Ah! And extract the zip file to the icon. What? Is it the one I'm supposed to extract? Oh yeah, I guess it is, my bad. So you take it there. Okay, and now you check for icon here. And we should have Dracula. So I go with Dracula, thanks. For the application, we're gonna go Dracula too. And for the mouse pointer, I think we should have a Dracula mouse pointer. Wait. Mouse. No, it's not the right one. Dracula mouse pointer. Why not local share? Because this is how it works on Cinnamon, apparently. So you know, I'm not reinventing the wheel, boys. Oh, so they called it cursor. Okay, so maybe cursor. Man. GitHub Dracula. I remember they had a cursor like stuff. Couscous? What the? So this is the difference between a live stream and an actual like video you prepared. So cursor. On Arch, it's a package you install. So yeah, it is. This is it, dude. But I'm confused why we don't have it. Like, well, I'm gonna use this one. I don't care, but normally it should be present here, or even there. It should be present, but. So Dracula cursor, where I'm gonna find those one? Mm-hmm. So what folder is it gonna be? Extract the folder into icon. Okay, so it's in icon again, so no problemo. We're gonna put it here. And we should have... We don't have it. Okay. So I'm gonna stop it, restart it. So this one, you do it once, right? Bro, it doesn't look normal. It shouldn't be looking like that. Oh, okay, now it looks okay. So the preview doesn't look right. Okay, my cursor is right. So now we are full Dracula out of our mind. Okay? So that's the first point. I think it looks way better like that. I do believe there is also a theme there. Okay, so let me get out of here. Let's see. Okay. So you don't even need to install the theme. It should be fine. I'm gonna make it bigger. And we're gonna go fast fetch. I think you could change that too. Is Cinnamon better than KDE Plasma now? No, I still love KDE Plasma better. But I made this video for the newcomer, and I think like Cinnamon is the best. Hey Max, it's a little bit out of topic, but have you seen that Battlefield 5 will stop working on Linux this April? No, I didn't heard about that, Darlord. What is the reason behind that? Like, what is the reason behind that? So here we go, boys. This is the theme. I show you real quick how to install it. It's not complicated. I think you can change the colors there too. I won't be doing it because I'm lazy. But something else I want to show there. Let's do edit this thing. So panel settings. I'm gonna show you what I would do, dude. So I will make it like a little bit smaller, like let's say 32 here. I will make it center. No, I will make it like that. Okay, I will let it this way. Okay, so a little bit smaller. Then I will... Okay, no, then I will edit the panel and put this one in the middle. So if you can put it this way, let me check you. So this, I remember... I want the show desktop. Okay, because this I like very much. Oh, no, not this one. So not this one. Minimize all window. No. Spacer. Okay, that's the spacer, I guess. Oh, it's a mini spacer like that. So no, it's not the one I want. Yeah, that's the one I like. So the workspace, I will put it here on the right like that. This menu, I will remove it and I will show you why. Yeah, I don't like this thing. And here I would add... that's a separator, I guess. So it's not a separator. Man, I don't really know. Customizing the panel in Linux is harder than Linux itself. I just want to show you that. I just don't know how to add a correct spacer there. Here I need to add a spacer just there. But I don't know how to do it. Separator. A separator icon which can be added multiple times. No. A spacer. Add some space between you and other applet. It should be this one, dude. Yeah, you see? I think this has to be this one. I would love to know, like... Yeah, I would like to put this... So what I would do in a perfect world, I will move those icons in the middle there. I just don't know how to do it, guys. I think I start to be tired too. Like, I'm not doing a good job there, guys. I think I show you what was really important, but... Anyways, what you want to do is, like, put those icons in the middle. I don't know how to do it now. And I'm pretty sure it's with those things there. Drag until it snaps in the little finicky. It doesn't snap in the little finicky for whatever reason. Here is how to move the menu bar panel to the center Linux Mint. Right click on the panel, edit, move, click, move, drag the icon to the desired location, exit edit mode. Yeah, it doesn't work. I don't know why. Well, we don't care, guys. It is what it is, dude. It is what it is. But what I would advise you to do here is to let it like that, okay? And then in the settings, I'm going to show you. So where is that? Workspace. I need to find the shortcut, bro. I'm so used to KDE, like, and not this. So this is definitely not the shortcut. This is not what I want. No thanks. You are drawing them. The little hand cursor should get an arrow on when it... Okay, I'm gonna try it last time, okay? Yeah, it doesn't do anything, dude. Listen, that's okay. We don't care. Let's forget about that. I'm gonna go back to system settings. I think that you guys figure it out. Like, you just put those one in the middle. Like, there is nothing complicated there. It just, like, it doesn't work for now. I just want to show you the shortcut because I think this is more important than that. Okay, short keyboard maybe. I don't know. Shortcut. Ah, here we go, boys. So what you want to have is this. Okay, for the search, I will say that. Okay. So if I do that, okay, so this is not search. Okay, it doesn't work. Ah! To edit, click it and press a new key. Clear it. Okay, unassigned. So this is not this one. Where is the launcher? Launch. So obviously you can do all of these, but this is not what I want to show you. I thought they had a launcher in this, but I guess they don't. It's not complicated, it's just mission impossible. So dude, normally, yeah, it doesn't work. So that's what I do on KDE, and I thought I could reproduce that here. I remove the start here. And then what I would do, I would go into the keyboard and I would have a shortcut. Okay. And this shortcut will be like starting a launch or search stuff. But you see, you don't have a launcher here. And the search here is just odd. It's not what you think it is. So maybe we need to install something there. Okay, so this should be working. Yeah, okay, so this is how you should work. You should have an application that starts everything. So here it doesn't work for whatever reason, but you make your more common like shortcut available on your keyboard. And now let's say you want to start this, you put it there. Then I'm going to start a terminal here. So put it here. And then I go on the other. Like you see, like you don't need to go and click at the bottom and search. You should have everything ready to go like that. That's how I work and how my workflow gets really, really fast. Because I can do whatever I want. I'm going to check just for science. if there is any type of launcher here. Oh, they have one here. App launcher by... Okay, so this is what I need. But I need one with the ability to drag something. Yeah, that's what I want. So command launcher, this is how it's called. No, it's not that. Doki plank. So you have to install one, right? There is none like... There is no one ready to go, huh? That kind of sucks. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna make a full video on that. I need to dig into it. But anyways, you have your cinnamon ready to go, guys. I think I'd make it drag a little bit. I shouldn't have. You have the game working. You have the latest kernel. And yes, we actually can have a really good distro running like any type of games on Linux Mint. Like this is where we want to go. And I think we achieved the goal for today. I've been dragging along. I think I didn't do a good job, and I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, it's relatively easy to install. So now I have some work to do. I have to fix my Cache OS install there. But you got the idea, right? I think the end game is, one of the viewers like mentioned it. We should make a video how to improve all the distro for gaming. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Can you tell me as quick what is the only difference between vanilla and Edge? It's only the kernel. The vanilla one is 6.1, I think, or 5.15, like a really old kernel. And the Edge is 6.5. But here we are at... yeah, those shortcuts are not the same too. 6.8. I don't think it was bad. It basically shows a rather regular experience. No, I think it was bad because the kernel didn't compile as I wanted, but everything else worked, right? So you have MongoED working. Actually, we didn't even try MongoED. Dude, I didn't try MongoED. Because I installed MongoED, right? Let's see if it works. You can just upgrade. Oh yeah, like you can listen, dude. You can start with Linux Mint Cinnamon normal and just upgrade the kernel. It will be exactly the same, right? I don't think this is the regular experience. It's just me, like I'm not used to Linux Mint because I didn't touch it for like almost a year. And I think I didn't give it a good fair shot there. Because I felt like I did erase my boot, okay? So which was not a good move. My boot partition on the other distro. Then I tried to compile the kernel and I kind of missed it. Which was bad too, right? So it's like overall, like it's not really great. I think I could have done a better job there. But this is a live stream, right? So when you do live stream, obviously there is things you're gonna F up, right? And this is what happens there. Like I did a lot of mistakes this stream. Yeah, I know, Cosmic Savant. Cause man, I know that when you install Linux Mint, it's gonna burn out. It's gonna burn out your actual like boot manager, even if you have Windows. So you need to do a custom install. but I had like 5 hard drive plugged into my PC for the stream. And because of that, guess what? I did delete the wrong boot partition on my other NVMe SSD. Okay, man, this is so smooth, dude. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this, boys. Oh, oui, papa. You want a game? You want a game in Ultra, papa? RTX Ultra out of your mind? 1440p on Linux? Look at this, dude. Boo! I think we are owning, no? What do you think, chat? Have you tried the mod to enable frame generation? Yes, Toaster. I made a video about it 3 weeks ago, I think. It's working very well. On Linux, really, really well. If you want to know how to install it and do everything, I made a good video about it, Toaster. Yeah, you see, compared to everything else, like this is good, dude. This is butter smooth. Look at this. Oh la 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 la, chat. Oh la 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 la. Okay, I'm out, boys. So that's what I was saying. We have everything is working. Okay, this is the end. I'm sorry, like I did mess up a lot of stuff, but at least I showed you what you are not supposed to do. Okay, we're gonna word it this way. Yes, it's on Cinnamon. So this is Cinnamon. So just for you to see, like, this is Cinnamon. Linux Mint, the latest kernel from TKG, and yeah, that's all. Latest driver. Another win, boys. So I do believe I'm gonna make a quick conclusion. So if you want to install Linux Mint, if you have any other partition hard drive, make sure you create, you go through the specific like install and choose to, you know, set up your partition by yourself, because otherwise it's going to do a big mess. That's the first point. Second point, I would say focus on the fact that you can run everything out of the box as it is with Cinnamon. Like, you don't really need a lot of optimization. But me, if I was you, I will still take the time to compile a Linux TKG kernel, because this is the best for Mint right now. Nowadays, it doesn't compile correctly, but it might be fixed. Then take the time to install the latest NVIDIA driver, because they might make the difference in certain case scenario. So, especially if you want to, you know, like play with DLSS 3.5 and all those new stuff, you're going to have the latest driver. And what would I say? Yeah, that's all. Like, when you are done that, you should be good to go. Like, okay. But that's it, that's all. So guys, I'm out. I do believe like Linux Mint is the best distro for a newcomer to Linux. I showed you it's working very well. There is not much to say about it. Guys, I hope you had a good time watching this stream. We messed up a lot, okay? Like, we messed up a lot. I'm sorry about that. I think my actual like tutorial is way more structured. That's what I'm trying to achieve here. But you get the idea, okay? Guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. See you on Friday. I don't know what we're going to do on Friday, but it's going to be fun for sure. New test, do some type of experiment. And yes, wish me luck for the next step, because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to retrieve my whole like CachyOS partition there. That's going to be fun again. Anyways, Bisous bisous, and salut salut. Thanks for watching. Take care.